Hello, this Henry Milloran. As promised on my last video, we will explore a few historical examples of leaders who began as democratically elected and later shifted towards authoritarianism or dictatorship. There are for sure several historical leaders who began their political careers as democratically elected officials and later transitioned towards authoritarian rule. I will only explore 7 notable examples. Furthermore, for each example, we will look into the background and the shift away from democracy. 1. Adolf Hitler, Germany. Background: Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany in 1933 after his party, the National Socialist German Workers' Party, Nazi Party, gained significant seats in the Reichstag through democratic elections. Shift to authoritarianism: after the Reichstag fire, he pushed through the Reichstag fire decree, which suspended civil liberties and allowed for the arrest of political opponents. The Enabling Act followed, giving him dictatorial powers. By manipulating the political system, he effectively dismantled democracy and established a totalitarian regime. 2. Hugo Chavez, Venezuela. Background: Chavez was elected president in 1998 with promises of social reform and anti-corruption. He was re-elected multiple times in what were considered free elections. Shift to authoritarianism: over time, Chavez concentrated power in the executive branch, undermined the judiciary, and used state resources to suppress dissent. He also curtailed press freedoms and sidelined opposition parties, leading to a more authoritarian governance style. 3. Fidel Castro, Cuba. Background: initially, Castro was a revolutionary leader who came to power after the Cuban Revolution in 1959. He established a government that held elections, but they were quickly undermined. Shift to authoritarianism: Castro's government began to suppress political opposition, restrict freedom of speech, and eliminate rival political parties, leading to a one-party state that remains in place today. 4. Robert Mugabe, Zimbabwe. Background: Mugabe became prime minister after Zimbabwe's independence in 1980, winning elections that were initially considered free and fair. Shift to authoritarianism: over the years, Mugabe's regime became increasingly repressive, characterized by widespread human rights abuses, election manipulation, and violent crackdowns on opposition. He ruled until 2017, maintaining power through intimidation and electoral fraud. 5. Daniel Ortega, Nicaragua. Background: Ortega was a key figure in the Sandinista revolution and served as president in the 1980s. He returned to power in 2007 through elections that were initially seen as legitimate. Shift to authoritarianism: over time, Ortega has manipulated electoral processes, cracked down on dissent, and concentrated power within his administration, effectively transforming Nicaragua into an authoritarian state. 6. Evo Morales, Bolivia. Background: Morales was the first indigenous president of Bolivia, elected in 2005, and initially embraced democratic reforms. Shift to authoritarianism: he faced criticism for attempting to extend his presidency beyond constitutional limits, leading to political unrest. His government was accused of undermining democratic institutions and suppressing opposition. These 6 chosen examples illustrate how leaders can exploit democratic processes to gain power and then gradually erode democratic norms and institutions, resulting in authoritarian governance. Now, let us explore the other republic, and now, a look into Haiti to remind you of the following. François Papa Doc Duvalier's transition from democracy to dictatorship in Haiti was a significant historical example of how a leader can manipulate political power. Here's a quick overview of key events and factors involved in this shift. 1. Background: Duvalier, a physician, was first elected as president in 1957 in a relatively democratic election, following a period of political instability in Haiti. 2. Consolidation of power: after his election, Duvalier began to consolidate power. He leveraged nationalist sentiments and portrayed himself as a protector of Haitian sovereignty against foreign influence, particularly the United States. 3. Suppression of opposition: Duvalier used intimidation and violence to suppress political opposition. He established a secret police force known as the Tonton Macoute, which terrorized opponents and dissenters. 4. Constitutional changes: in 1964, Duvalier declared himself president for life, effectively dismantling the democratic framework. He amended the constitution to legitimize his absolute rule and eliminate political opposition. 5. Cult of personality. Duvalier cultivated a personality cult, portraying himself as a voodoo priest and the embodiment of Haitian identity. This helped to solidify his control and discourage dissent. 6. Economic control. Under his regime, the economy was heavily centralized and controlled, leading to widespread corruption and mismanagement. While he initially portrayed himself as a leader for the people, the reality was often starkly different. 7. Legacy of dictatorship. Duvalier's rule lasted until 1971, when he died and had the opportunity to appoint his son to succeed him. His dictatorship left a legacy of political repression, economic hardship, and social division in Haiti, the effects of which are still felt today. The transformation from a democratically elected leader to a dictator illustrates the vulnerabilities in democratic systems and the potential for leaders to seize and maintain power through fear and manipulation. I believe I have provided you with examples showing you the ideology of what happened in Haiti will happen in the United States, and what happened in the United States will eventually happen in Haiti. There are no doubt whatsoever Haiti and the United States mirrored one another. Thank for your attention, and please share the video with your families and friends to help them to better understand current manipulation of our democracy. Please continue to be safe, smart, and strong. Stay tuned. Bye for now.